hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. Welcome. This is the football show. This is the Premier League review, looking at the games over the weekend that's been played. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share, all that kind of good stuff. There was about 24 goals scored in this weekend's Premier League in total. Loads of goals flying in from everywhere. And we're going to start Chelsea, where Chelsea and West Ham played 1-1. That's their early kickoff on Saturday. Chelsea really played well with some of their new players. Enzo Fernandez playing as well. They played well, and they got their goal from from the dominance of the game when João Felix scored. He scored one earlier. I think that was ruled offside, just about VAR ruled that one out. And the second one was Calvin Copy as well. But he topped that one away really, really well. And they played well. They kept playing. West Ham were a little bit started really slowly. And when you're playing at home, you want the fans to be rocking, you want the place to be rocking. But for some reason, fans are waiting for the team to do something for them to cheer. When you go to all those big stadiums, you can see the difference when the stadium is rocking. And I think that was a bit of a problem for West Ham. But once they get the equalizer through the ex-Chelsea player, um, um, Sanchez, ex-Chelsea player, what was his name? I can't remember his name. Emerson playing at left back, and they basically that just got them back into the game, and from then on, they started playing Chelsea. West Ham started playing a lot better, dominating, moving the ball from side to side, trying to get back into the game. But it was tough. It was tough for West Ham. West Ham played well after that goal, but Chelsea just look more solid now. I think the new players are gelling really well, and that game ended goalless. Then we will go on to 3 o'clock kickoffs. Fulham playing Forest. Fulham played really well. I think they just looked really more decisive in the final third. I can't remember who scored the first goal, but the second goal was scored by, I think it was Solomon or something like that. The guy that plays on the left hand side of the page. Solomon or something like that. I can't remember his name. Was the one that scored the second goal. Solomon. I was right now. Solomon. Yeah, Solomon was the one that scored the second goal. Good finish. Willian scoring the first goal. With a good finish as well. Willian has just been a revolution at what do you call it? At Fulham. He's playing really well, dominating, knocking the ball around really well. And, he's really playing, way beyond his years. He's going on a bit, but, he's really, really putting in performances together for putting performances together for Fulham. Forest, they just couldn't get their act together. They had a couple of chances, but Fulham just looked really more solid in that game. Leicester Tottenham was the game we did a watch along for. Bad day at the office, really, really bad day, both on the pitch and off the pitch as well, with injuries to Bentancur. Leicester were just really good, pressed Tottenham all over the park. This was a game that Tottenham always win at Leicester, but it was surprising to see the way Tottenham just rolled over, and they just rolled, got their bellies ticked. I think that's the problem with the team. I think until you get that consistency in defense, we keep saying the same thing. Tired of saying it. Tottenham's problem is defensively, and they need to sort that out. In the summer, Leicester ran away victories easily. Poro had a debut to forget, and Leicester doing well, playing really well as well, and they deserve the victory. Then going on to Arsenal, Brentford sort that one. Brentford played well. First half had a couple of chances to finish They couldn't finish their chances. They just looked really. I said it before the game. I just had that feeling that Brentford were going to be tough for Arsenal. It's not going to be an easy game. And that's what it turned out to be, because I saw Brentford, the way they were playing before coming into this game. I think 9 unbeaten now. Arsenal got their goal, good work on the left hand side from Arsenal, and Trossard scoring that goal. Then the controversial goal from Brentford, and yeah, it was apparently it was offside, but VAR was looking at him. I think VAR they got that decision wrong according to people. I've not seen it again. But when you have VAR there, they shouldn't be getting all the decisions wrong, man. These offside kind of decisions, we shouldn't be getting them wrong. And it's something that we need to fix. We've seen in so many games. There was a handball in the West Ham Chelsea game as well. That one, I don't know, because the guy was funny. If you're going to fall down, your hand is going to come down to protect your fall. And we don't know. We don't know about these VAR decisions. It's just getting a bit frustrating. They thought they were bringing in something to help the referees out, but there's a lot of controversies around so many decisions. But it was a fair result in my opinion. West Ham won. West Ham won. Sorry, Arsenal won. Brentford won. Then we go on to the other 3 o'clock kickoff. Palace taking on Brighton. This is a derby in their own right. I think they are close to each other. They don't like each other. This ended 1-1. Crystal Palace and Brighton. Brighton, I think coming into this game, I thought they were going to win that game, but for some, I think Crystal Palace would have been happy to get a draw in this one. And it was a good game for Palace, at least to stop the Rock. I think they've lost 2 in 2 now. The last 2 they've lost. James Brighton got the lead through Solimatch. He's been getting on the goal scoring sheet for a while now, and James Tomkinson equalized for Palace. I think Palace just had to stop the Rock because they lost. I think they've lost 2 in a row now, so they just had to try and get a result in this one. And they got a draw. They are not flying on all 4 cylinders the way they were sometime last season. This season, I think there's been a little bit of stop and start, and they needed to stop losing, and that's what they did. And then we go on to the Southampton Wolves game. This one was a surprise. Because Southampton got the lead. I had a feeling that Wolves were going to win this anyway. But I didn't think they were going to be able to win it the way they did. They had a man down, sent off, red card. Lamina, ex-Southampton player. Southampton got the fourth, got the self. I think they got themselves in front to Carlos Alvarez on 24th minute. They were looking good. Then, they considered goal from their ex-player as well, Jan. Benderek scored their own goal for Southampton. When things are not going your way, that's what normally happens. And then João Gomez got in the 87 minutes to snatch the victory with 10 men. And Wolves, that's like 2 wins and a bounce now for Wolves. I think they're moving on the table nicely. And the Pategui is doing a good job there. They need to sort the striking situations out, I think. And that will push them further up the table. So Southampton losing after that game, they got rid of their manager, Nathan Jones. I think it was I don't know why they're sacking the manager now, but to be honest, everybody wants to stay in the Premier League, and they just they maybe the job is too big for him. But all managers get sacked at one point anyway. So I think that's just the nature of the beast. So yeah, we move on to the 5:30 kickoff. Newcastle, Bournemouth really stood up to Newcastle. They had played really good football. They could have won it as well. Bournemouth scored for us with a cross from on the left hand side, and at the far post, it was met beautifully by Miguel. By Marcos Marcos Sensi with the goal. There's a lot of players in the Premier League now, which I don't even know. After 30 minutes, I think they deserve that because I saw them. They played really good football for especially Billings in midfield. Simply was dominating that midfield, long striding legs, and they really, really gave Newcastle a good game. I thought Newcastle were going to win eventually, but it was they got an equalizer in the 47th minute. Through Miguel Almiron is the one popping up with a goal. I think that's the problem with Newcastle in terms of top four. I don't think they're going to score too many goals. I think they score averaging a goal a game. And I don't think they're going to blow many teams out. So, yeah, that's the problem for Newcastle. I think in this in the fight for top four, I don't think they'll score enough goals to be able to secure top four. But you never know, man. All the other teams are not inconsistent as well. So yeah, you never know what might happen in that one. Leeds, Manchester United, these two playing each other in the space of 5 days or 4 days after the 2-2 draw at Old Trafford. Leeds dominated this game, played really well, had a lot of chances, but 15 minutes of quality from Manchester United. First one crossing to the box. Rashford is the man. 21 goals now on the season. I think 12 or 7, 12 in the league or something like that. He's informed, banging in goals, left, right, and center. Then Garnacho's got the second one with just pure pace, ran past the Leeds defense. The Leeds are shocking. Defensively, they are shocking, man. They can't score goals as well. They create a lot of chances, but they can't put the ball in the net. And defensively, sometimes it's just like headless chicken. It's like they just need to do the basics. Right? That's what they need to go back to. I mean, just clear your lines, defenders, instead of trying to play out from the back. And they look like ragged sometimes when they are clearing their lines as well. They don't look calm and composed. And whoever is going into that job has got a big job on his hands. I think you're looking at the former Ajax coach to go in there. But United keep winning. They got the win. Don't deserve it, but the Premier League, as long as you win games, that's all that matters. City, with Arsenal dropping points, City had to go to Villa. City had to host Villa. They needed to bounce back really quickly after last week's defeat to Tottenham. And they came out of the blocks firing, scored after 3 minutes. They headed from front post from Rodri, and from then on, it was just a case of playing the game out and scoring more goals. I think Gundogan got 2 goals, I think, before Oli Watkins pulled one back for Villa. City looked comfortable although towards the end. They had a bit of a scare from Villa. But City just look up for it. They play some beautiful football where you can see, you can tell they're really, really bang on it now. And I think from there on, they go Arsenal on Thursday or Wednesday. And I think they're just going to put the pressure on Arsenal. If they win against Arsenal, they go top, goal difference, and then Arsenal still got the game in hand. And Arsenal just have to keep winning. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough for Arsenal now. I think City going into that game on Wednesday. I think City are playing at home as well. So I think. I think that's going to be tough for Arsenal. But you never know. The Premier League is tough. Arsenal have been the team really good this season. So, Arsenal are playing at home on Wednesday. They're going to be at home on Wednesday. City are away. So, the home fans and everything might help Arsenal. But it's going to be a very, very tough game for Arsenal as well. So, City will look like, they're back now. They're definitely going to want to go for it now. So yeah, this is the football show. That's the review of the games over the weekend. A total of 24 goals scored, and yeah, the season is getting really really interesting now. Lots of games coming in, games every weekend. Sometimes 2 games, 3 games from every week. European competitions are coming back this week as well, so it should be fun. And yeah, that's the review of the weekend's game. Make sure you follow, like, and share, and make sure you please want to get to 100 subscribers. Just smash the likes and subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about the games for the weekend. Can Arsenal beat? Can they hold off City? That's the big question, but it's still a long way to go. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season. Make sure you follow, like, share. Thank you very much. Take care. God bless.